Everyone. So I'm still working on getting ready to go back to the West. Um, Sadly, my dog's not going to be able to fly out at the same time that I'm leaving. He's going to have to stay with my mother for at least 3 months, probably, and I'm pretty pissed and depressed about that. But I guess that's how it goes. I mean, it wouldn't be safe for him to travel right now anyway. He would probably be way too cold. So yeah, I want him to be safe, but I also wanted him to come live with me. So I mean, he's still well. It's just gonna be a lot longer before he does. So yeah, I'm just kind of bummed. I feel really bad about it because I know he's gonna be like, "Where are you? Where's my mom? She's not here," kind of thing. And yeah, I mean, he's my baby. So I'm pretty upset about that, but yeah, I went to the vet today to try to get some paperwork filled out so he could fly. The cargo area would have been heated, and the only places that what we would have had to worry about for him being in cold weather was Spokane, and because he was going to fly through warmer cities, and the vet said no, she couldn't do that. That yeah, and I get it. I mean, I was asking her for like 20 to 25 degrees, asking that maybe he could be out there for like 30 minutes at most or something, and she was like, no. So I get that. She was, she could lose her job and he could have something happen to him, and I wouldn't want that to happen either. So, yeah, it's not the safest option anyway. So I guess it's just not how it's supposed to go, and I just need to be okay with that, and hopefully, um, him being here for 3 to 4 months, I can get everything taken care of over there. So when he does come, he's taken care of. He's jumping around over there. um, but yeah, so there's that. Yeah, he's my buddy. I've wanted a dog for like 10 years, and I finally got one last year, and I feel really horrible about it. I didn't get to keep a lot of my pets when I was a kid, so I'm really worried about it, and I just I don't want to lose him. I really don't. So hopefully, I mean, I'm gonna pay for him to be taken care of while he's staying with my mom. I'm gonna send money for food and all the other things he would need. More sweaters and things to spoil him with. Clearly, he is spoiled. He's up on my desk. I'm going to move him. Come here, stinker. Well, the last few days have been really scary for him. He's had a lot of scary stuff happen. Um, so he had a few bowel movements when he normally wouldn't because he was so scared about going to the vet and being in the car, and I felt really bad for him. Speaking of bowel movements, my mom also got her cat spayed, and she decided to poop on my bed today. So, but that's okay. She's sick, and yeah. So I'm just, I'm kind of bummed. And I've been eating like horribly. I do that when I'm depressed. I tend to eat things I probably shouldn't. So but I'm still working out. So hopefully it kind of evens itself out. um, yeah, I'm just kind of bummed out about all this. I really wanted my dog to go with me. He's my buddy. Trying to think what else is going on. My brother lived. I used to. For anybody who doesn't know, I used to live in Alaska, and I'm sure a lot of people heard there was a 7.9 earthquake there. I think it was the day before yesterday, and I guess I get to tell my brother's story online. But he works at a hardware store, and he was freaking out because it's a hardware store. Every time I've ever gone into a hardware store, all I think about is, dude, if there was ever an earthquake here, all this shit would just right on you. There's no, it would just be like you're done. Like that's it. And so that's where he was when it happened because he works nights, and he was basically at one of those places with the really tall shelves and all the lumber and all kinds of heavy horribly shaped things for earthquakes. So I guess hey, Yuge, you want some attention? He wants some attention. So, But yeah, it was. I guess he was, look, stocking shelves or organizing things. I think he's a manager, a night manager, but he uh, he was doing that, and then hi, I love you too. Yeah, okay, all right. Somebody wants some attention, clearly. Go on, you stop it. Okay, so sometimes he's kind of like, Jesus Christ. Okay, so yeah, my brother. Why are you worried? It's okay, buddy. Um, so yeah, my brother is at his job, and the hooks on the shelf start to rattle, and he's like, "Oh, my friend's probably gonna jump out at me and try to scare me, because I guess him and his friends play pranks on each other all the time at work." And so he was expecting that, and then out of nowhere, the shelf just back and forth, and he was like, "Holy shit!" So I guess he tried to do something on his regular phone, but it wasn't working. So he ran to the intercom for the store, and he said, "Everybody get the fuck out!" And I guess he pushed the button to open the doors that you usually push crates through and other large objects. And he said, "Yeah, everybody get the fuck out of here." And yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, that's some scary stuff. But so I guess they were kind of annoyed by that, and they said, "Oh, he shouldn't have done that. That everybody should have stayed in the building." And he was like, "What are you talking about?" And they were like, "Well, poles that could have." What do you want? Do you need to go back outside? Poles could have landed on people, telephone poles and wires, and he was like, the whole store is full of things that could land on people. Like, what do you mean? So yeah, so he was like, yeah, you people are crazy. But yeah, so he had to deal with that, which is, I can't even imagine what that must have been like in a hardware store, waiting for everything to just fall on you while you're, no, I would have done the exact same thing. I'm sure plenty of other people would have as well. Like, no, I think I'm good. I'm gonna go out this door right here along with everybody else so we don't die and have like nails and fucking tools and lumber and whatever else go through our eyeballs and our skull and bury us. Like, yeah, that sounds grand, dude. Like, whatever. So yeah, I don't blame him. He was pretty humorous about the whole thing. He was joking about it, but I'm pretty sure it freaked him out pretty bad. And but yeah, so yeah, I'm kind of glad I don't live there anymore. I probably would have shut my pants. I don't know. I might have been asleep. It was at I believe it was at midnight. So yeah, scary stuff. But anyway, so yeah, I just figured I'd tell that story. It's something to talk about. So yeah, that's all that's really going on with me. Still planning. I went and got my Greyhound ticket the other day, and it's like 5 or 6 tickets. And yeah, I'm gonna be on a bus for 2.5 days. That should be great. But that's okay. I got I'm gonna have holy basil and Benadryl and ginger root. Ginger root helps with uh, motion sickness, and then holy basil helps with anxiety. And then if I can't sleep, I'll just take a Benadryl, and that should knock me out. So good times. Yeah. So. And then I got a backpack and a few other things to take on the bus. I wasn't going to take anything under the bus. I still might not do that, but I'm gonna search for a duffel bag and see if I can take a lot of my clothes and stuff so I don't have to ship them. So there's that, and then yeah, I guess that's all that's really going on right now. Just been doing all the stuff I need to do before I go. I've been having a lot of weird dreams too. That was another thing I was going to talk about, but I'll talk about that in another video because I don't want to. Yeah, this one's getting kind of long. Anyway, I figured I'd let everybody know what's going on. Yeah, hopefully things work out, and I mean, I'm sure they'll work out later. I'll be able to ship him later and have my little buddy with me. He's my baby. I feel really bad about leaving him alone. But I know his grandma will take care of him. And me and my mother were the first. My mother and I, excuse me, were the first people to be around him. Besides his, where his mom lived and stuff. His actual, his doggy mom. So yeah, he knows my mom. And he likes her, and so hopefully that will be okay. He'll be all right. I mean, people leave their pets all the time when they, go out of state sometimes. Their military do it a lot, I guess, and so I think he'll be okay for about 3 months. I'm sure he'll freak out when he sees me again. I'll be happy. So anyway, yeah, that's what's going on. I'm eating junk food. I'm a little depressed. I'm just trying to keep my head up. I am going back to the West. I'm going to be with my boyfriend again, and I haven't seen him in over a year. That's going to be awesome. I miss him, and so yeah, that'll be that'll be good to see him. That's all that's going on though. So thanks for listening. That's where I'm at right now. Hope everyone who watches this or whatever is doing okay. Thanks for watching.